Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. It is episode 402 of the Sunday service. I am Lard Teamaker, and this is still Beyond the Steel Sky. I hope you are well this morning. We are 1 week away from the charity events happening, and I hope you can join us. So here we go. We're going to continue on. Good morning, Michael. How are you? Now, if you remember last week, we were ready to go into Union City. Today and this week in streams is where we set our stall for next week's charity streams. Yeah, I'm not bad, mate, not bad. Hoping to have a good week on streams this week and then next couple of weeks. Okay. Oh, hello, droid.
Excuse me.
Citizen Graham, you are not authorized for this area.
I was going to have to get used to being called Graham. I just wanted to ask some questions.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm a 4YR droid. And 4YR droids are programmed to ask questions, not answer them.
Have you seen a boy called Milo?
Gatlander or citizen?
Gaplander.
All Gatlanders look the same to me.
He's quite young and about this tall?
Repeat, all Gatlanders look the same to me.
2CU looks a little newer than you.
That's right. Supposed to be more socially orientated. I'd like to see her try and fix a bent shaft.
You're not like that other droid across the bridge.
You mean 2CU? That little jumped up Tim Pop voice box. That's all she is.
And you're a better model?
Better, older, tougher, more reliable. Underneath this steel skin lies the beating heart of a 13.7 volt power cell.
Wow.
Old tech, you see. Tested, solid. Whereas that flying volleyball over there runs on solar. Sun goes down, she's useless. But me, I can go all night long.
Bet you can.
You mentioned a power cell?
Correct. I run off a 13.7 volt power cell.
Really? Would it fit in a truck?
It would fit in older models.
Like that truck over there?
Might do. Looks old enough.
Beyond that door.
A corridor.
And after that?
The city.
Okay. And how do I get in?
You don't.
Why not?
Because you are a pedestrian. And doors do not open for pedestrians.
But they open for vehicles?
Yes, because it is a vehicle entrance.
Right, so we have to get the power cell off this bot
Thanks.
to get into the truck. Put the power cell into the truck. So then what we were going to do...
Warning. This entrance is strictly vehicle only. All
Those guns look like they meant business.
Warning. Extreme measures will be taken against non-compliant pedestrians.
Easy. Venturi crowbar, can of sparkles. Excuse me, bot, I was trying to use... So we can't get this way. So let's see how we're going to do this. Yes, I do.
Mini knockwurst?
What is it? Some kind of weapon?
Maybe on your digestive system.
Right, so we can't use the frameworks on him. Hey, maybe we can go up the stairs. Because I was thinking of using the hacking tool on him. As a maybe, but, you know, it looks like that's a no. So we have one more obstacle then to getting into the city. We need... Oh, hang on. Can we go through there? But how is everyone today? What have you been up to? What have you been playing so far this weekend? And what so far?
The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism. The conveyor appeared
Have
to
you
be
thought
part
of
the
Summer
waste
Games
recycling
Fest?
system. Can I interest you in this lukewarm can of Spankles?
Depends. Full or empty?
This one's full.
Oh. No thank you then.
Why not?
The pressure plate appeared to trigger the crane mechanism.
So, what do we do here?
The large chute appeared to be part of a recycling process.
We have to try and get the bot onto here, maybe the pressure pad.
Hello, 4YR.
All right, Citizen Graham. What do you want?
Power cell.
Mind if I borrow your power cell?
But I would power down. Cease to exist.
That's taking a pretty pessimistic view.
Wouldn't you in my position?
Think of it as a well-earned retirement.
Sounds more like death.
Any ideas on where I can get one of your power cells?
Ah, sorry. Factory that made them and me shut down years ago.
How can I get through those doors?
They only open for registered transit vehicles.
Those guns sure look dangerous.
Ah, they're totally safe. Long as you follow Union City protocol.
And if you don't?
Death by disintegration.
Ouch.
But are you in ring shape for
What is it you're doing here?
Elden Ring's DLC?
Recycle. Cans, mostly.
What happens to the cans?
First, they get compacted. Then they go down to the recycling center.
And then what?
Well, they get recycled. Turned into stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Important stuff. Really,
Right, so let's take the can to the
important stuff,
recycling part.
I've been told.
Or the compacting part. That's what that
That's all for
seems to
now.
say to me.
Good.
Alert. Pedestrians now have only 10 seconds to comply. Lethal force authorized.
Piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium. Piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium.
Can I push him into there?
Piles of metal cans were crushed into one compact cube of aluminium.
So that does nothing. Talk.
Hello, 4YR.
All right, Citizen Graham. What do you want?
What is it you're doing here?
I recycle. Cans, mostly.
What happens to the cans?
First, they get compacted. Then they go down to the recycling
Okay.
centre.
And then what?
Well, they get recycled. Turned into stuff.
Yeah, I've seen this already.
Important stuff. Really, really important stuff. So I've been told.
Thanks.
Bye.
Reveal hint, yeah. Yeah, well, we know another one's in use somewhere. That wasn't a very useful hint, was it? I mean, come on. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? they were all put into a block rather than crushed flat, weren't they, Gordon? Maybe while he's lifting the cans, we can bash the... or use the crowbar on him, maybe? Is that a potential? Is that what we could do? Because if we get the power cell, we go back over to the door, over to the truck. Give Thingy Bob the battery cell for his truck. We get into the truck, we go through the door. That to me sounds like the plan. That's... So we wait here. And then use crowbar on him to get the power cell out. Yeah, it's like... Thanks, game. Thanks for that. Right.
It was a grumpy-looking maintenance droid.
I can't use... Oh, come on, game. Right. A moment of inspiration might strike if you stand between the conveyor and the exhaust fan.
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system. Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan.
Yeah, this is very true.
Industrial fumes pumped out of the spinning exhaust fan. The conveyor appeared to be part of a waste recycling system.
Right, okay. Again, that really doesn't tell me much. Enable the hacker and move the rapidly data bank. Alright, move the rapidly data block to the set belt speed logic block. Wait. Right, okay. Grab. Won't let me grab. Right. Ooh, I see. Wait, what was that? Enable hacker move the rapidly data block to the set belt speed logic block. Right, okay. Oh.
Unacceptable cargo detected. 4YR unit has been alerted to solve the problem.
You outdated scrap pile! I am the unacceptable cargo! Let me down! You're risking the future of all the little tags!
And a charged power cell.
Ah, I see. We forgot about that. I see. Right, okay. Using the hacking tool. Which again, we haven't played in a week, so of course we won't know.
Your truck needs a new power cell.
Like a cheese sandwich needs chutney.
Here, this should do the trick.
Is that a new power cell? Juiced up? You beautiful man. How did you do it?
Well, it all started with a dead man in the desert.
Not gonna stop you there, chum. Any story that starts with a dead man is best kept to yourself.
Hey, any chance of a lift into the city?
Typical. No one ever does anything from the goodness of their heart these days.
I just figured that...
Oh, all right. Up in the back. You earned it. Word to the wise. I'm only going as far as the delivery depot. You'll have to find your own way into the city from there.
Sure, I'll improvise. You sure it's safe back here?
100%, lad.
I'll take your word for it.
Just watch out for me neck bursts. I've lost enough business already.
Now, finally, after 20 minutes, we get to Union City properly.
As far as I can take you, I'm afraid. You can catch a monopod into the city from over there.
And where are you going?
Straight to cargo. Gotta get these babies
Quarantined?
distributed.
Thanks for the ride, Wendell. Maybe see you again.
There we go. Main gate has been entered. Yay, achievements.
Apologies, but it seems your U-chip is running out of date firmware.
Yeah, we'll need it looked at then, so. Okay.
Apologies, but it seems your U-chip is running out of date firmware.
Okay, let's try that again.
Enjoy this little piece of happiness, courtesy of Minos.
Thank you. We'll take another can of sparkles, hey?
Welcome, Citizen Graham. Outdated U-chip firmware detected. Firmware must be updated to use Union City facilities.
I was about to return to give Ember a piece of my mind when...
Transporting you to the nearest safety services.
Outdated chips. So how is Graham connected with the stalkers? That's what we need to know. Oh, now we get the credits.
We've got to have money.
Thank you for the bits, dude. Credit high. Woo. I just, oh. So yeah, this.
The stalkers had come into the city, but looking around, that didn't make any sense. This place was a paradise compared to the Union City I'd left all those years ago. Joey had certainly turned the place around. I had to find the stalkers, and whoever he was, Graham was my only lead. I just had to sort out my U-chip problems first.
So yeah, I am trying to make good progress with this morning because next week is the start of the charity streams. So we have this part will be putting the stock into where we're starting out.
Hello?
Good morning, Graham, Grundy. I trust you are well on this fine day.
Actually,
Aha! Have you tried Dijon buttercream spankles? It's new.
sounds delightful.
That's the spirit. Now, Mr. Grundy, we both know why you're here, don't we?
No.
I guess we do.
Your firmware. It's ridiculously out of date.
Let's get you sorted then, shall we?
Yes, please.
Go on. Place your hand on the platform.
Okay, here goes.
Firmware me up.
Well, that's very strange.
What's very strange?
What's very strange?
You said that's very strange a moment ago. Something about my data.
I didn't. You said, what's very strange?
I only said it because you said that's very strange.
Great. What else can I do for you, Citizen Graham?
There was something strange about the ID that I had acquired. While she may have lost the plot, I definitely hadn't.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Listen, I don't know if you'll be able to help on this.
I'm here to help.
Okay. I'm looking for a child that went missing 2 days ago.
And from which part of the city did this child go missing?
He was from outside the city.
I can only help you locate citizens.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, a monopod station can be found at either end of the piazza.
Are there any vehicles in the city that have legs?
Polite request for disambiguation. By legs, do you mean a vehicle transporting prosthetics, flat-packed furniture, or fried chicken?
I mean a vehicle with legs for propulsion.
Do you mean a skateboard or scooter?
No.
You are no help.
I'm here to help.
Would you mind scanning my U-chip like you did before?
But, Graham, your firmware is up to date.
Humor me.
Okay. Well, that's very strange.
There, you just did it again.
Because you asked me to humor you.
I mean, you said that's very strange again.
I assure you that I have a precise log of this entire conversation, and I said no such thing.
It appeared that every time she tried to access my data, the last few seconds of her memory was wiped.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No.
Thank you.
Was I helpful?
No.
Yes.
Would you like to fill out a survey?
Yeah. Why not?
Excellent. Question 1 of 100. Are you satisfied?
Whoops. Gotta go. Now that I'd dealt with my U-chip problem, I needed to find out more about my new identity. Graham Grundy.
Okay. It boggles. Like, come back here, you. So now we have to go find out about Mr. Graham here.
Please dispense all waste in the bins provided.
You're not useful. You're not useful. Neither are you. Neither.
Now that I'd resolved my outdated U-chip problem, it was time to look deeper into my alter ego, Graham.
So where are we off to then? So let's go have a look. Connecting to Minos.
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Okay. Dropped again. Yeah, okay. Dear Mr. Grundy, we hope you are happy with the lens replacement for your holoplinth. Okay. Industrial cleaning robot was locked in an empty land train and transported to... okay. Missing worker for 4 days. So was he dead? Was he killed? Was he killed? Because that's interesting. Black is the new black with a new gold silk. Your health check is now overdue. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's talking about new servants, new sparkles stuff. Polite warning. I deeply regret to inform you that your kudos level has dropped. Okay. Couples. Mini K's, yeah. So we know he has a wife. Okay. Hello, plinth. Right, so Grundy's been missing for 4 days. Right, so they're talking away.
Another customer. Please scan your U-chip to place an order. on fresh, premium spankles.
So wonder what's going on with him then. Talk.
Excuse me.
Greetings, citizen.
Hello,
Have you come
citizen.
for another extra large fluoride orange spankles with extra foam?
I don't know if that's my sort of thing.
Incorrect. According to your order history, it is your new favorite beverage.
My order history?
Indeed, Citizen Graham. You love it.
Do you know anything about missing children?
Oh my. That's above my pay grade. Unless they came to this cafe.
I doubt it. Nobody else seems to have heard anything.
Excellent. I'm glad to find myself synchronized with local knowledge. Now, may I recommend you forget your troubles with a cold, crisp can of spankles.
What do you do here?
My name is Barry, and it is my pleasure to serve fresh, crisp, premium spankles to the wonderful people of Union City.
We've got plenty of cans of spankles, haven't we?
No, sir. That would be unforgivably inefficient. I merely have to collect the flavor from the dispensary and voila!
What do you know about the council?
The democratically elected body of Union City government, as introduced by Joey. His final gift to Union City was to transfer leadership to those most deserving.
Oh.
Any chance of a coffee?
Spankles?
No, a coffee. Cup of joe.
Toffee-flavored spankles?
No, coffee. Coffee-flavored caffeinated
Well, that Dennis
coffee.
Leary. Coffee-flavoured coffee.
I have no idea what you're saying right now. However, all ranges of spankles include 250% of your recommended caffeine intake.
Bye for now.
Keep a smile on your face.
Right. So not too much helpful there from Mr. Barr.
Milo's trail was running cold. I needed to check out Graham's home.
Yeah.
Hi.
It's most excellent to see you again, Graham Grundy.
The pleasure is all mine.
How can I be of assistance today?
Nothing there.
Thank you.
Until the next time.
Right, I'll get out of the way of him. So Graham's house, that's what we need to look at.
Please embark now.
Please mind the gap between
Welcome,
the
Citizen
platform
Graham.
and the train.
Where would you like to go?
Graham's home.
I knew Graham had some sort of connection to Milo's kidnapping. His home would be my best, in fact, my only lead. Take me to my home.
Lakeview Apartments. Certainly, Citizen Graham.
The city knew a lot more about Graham than I did.
I wonder if this Graham is golden. You get that one for free.
As I arrived, masquerading as a dead man called Graham, I was apprehensive about what I would find. But I had no choice. I had to find the stalker. And whoever he was, Graham was my only lead.
Well, he was a dead man in the desert, wasn't he, that Ember was nicking the chip from, so... Was he part of the stalker group?
The seal on the floor showed my buddy Joey just as I remembered him, when I left him in charge all those years ago.
Who are you?
Hey, buddy, watch where you're standing.
What's your problem?
Your face, for one.
Excuse me.
Well, if you hadn't been staring at the floor like a moron, you'd have seen me.
I didn't catch your name.
I'm your mama.
What?
she's a bellend.
Seriously, I'd like to know your name.
Seriously, go find a friend.
Do you know a guy called Graham Grundy?
Nope. Sounds like a moron.
In that case, let me introduce myself. Graham Grundy.
Doesn't surprise me.
Do you know where I can find Joey?
Oh, I don't know. Weirdo. They say he walked into the gap, or sailed across the sea. Either way, he abandoned us all in this place.
You don't like it here?
Needs more color, wouldn't you agree?
What happened after Joey left?
Well, duh. Council runs the city now.
Do you live here?
Do I look like I live here?
I'm not from around here. Maybe everyone here looks like you.
Yeah, and what do I look like?
Yay!
Keep walking.
What are you doing here?
Oh, what do you want?
You
Just
ran into me, bellend.
Yeah? So go visit the museum.
I'll leave you to...
Yeah,
Aw, really? I miss you.
Yes, I'm very busy.
Hey, Dirtbag, what's your favorite color?
Huh?
You heard me. What's your favorite color?
Green?
Green. Green is not a creative color. Later, man purse.
Later, backpack.
Ha! You got nothing.
Clearly not everyone in Union City was quite as courteous as they were happy.
Who is this bellend? Good, I've still got my inventory. Didn't fucking nick that.
Calling the already present elevator did nothing. No surprise there.
Hey.
Wait, I know that U-chip. Oh my, is it really? Yes, it is. Master Graham, you have returned. How wonderful.
Oh, good day, huh?
I shall inform Madam and her guest that you have arrived. She will be so pleased.
No, that won't be necessary.
She will be overjoyed that you have finally returned to the bosom of the family. My apologies for the interruption, Madam Songbird. It's Master Graham.
What about him, Chipworth?
It appears he has arrived home, Madam.
He has? But that's wonderful! Oh, thank Joey! My dear husband is back!
Ah, I was hoping to meet you, Mr. Grundy. Mentor Alonso, Ministry of Well-Being. I was just here to investigate some irregularities.
I'm sure my Graham needs a few moments to freshen up. Why don't I show you my kudos records? I don't know who you are, but right now we're both in a lot of trouble. So for both our sakes, you'd better convince the mentor that you're Graham.
Yes, of course.
I'll stall him. Just don't come through that door until you know enough about Graham to pass yourself off as him.
The mind boggles.
You can count on me.
Yeah, Beneath a Steel Sky.
I wasn't sure what
I haven't, but it was back on the Amiga, but you can get it on GOG.com.
His job, his family, his state of mind. The mentor could ask me about anything. Information about Graham was scattered all over the place. All I had to do was look around.
Right.
A shelf full of sports gear and awards from years gone by.
But yeah,
That
this is a
was like
sequel.
Graham and his wife on their wedding day. They looked blissfully in love.
So that's their wedding day, but it didn't actually show us.
Rhythmic gymnastics, first place.
Ooh.
Amethyst or purple glass? Either way, it looked expensive.
Right, let's have a look at stuff
I
around
was
the
hit
place
by
then.
The acrid smell of chemicals. A box was for a deluxe hollow.
Good morning, Rant. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Inside. A sword? The blade was cracked. An impressive collection of medals, ranging from bravery to long service. Most of the medals dated back to before I was born.
So they must be his dad's.
It looked like one of the land trains from the city walls. It was a detailed model.
Looks more like a sandcrawler.
A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger.
Then wear it.
The logo on the uniform was quite distinct.
Chain of production, okay. Poster.
I wondered if the people knew that Hobart agents had helped me save their city.
So, how goes it, dude? Are you ready for some more Sea of Stars tonight?
Cryptids. Someone believed in monster stories.
It's on the way out, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Trying to get myself through a lot of this today, so we have a good jumping pad, launching pad for next Sunday for when the charity fully kicks in.
You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes.
So I can at least get one game completed, for it.
How to survive a war. Better just to not be around to see them.
Right. Let's have a look at the terminal.
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added
so we still can't access his messages. Can we hack it then? Ink player, upload media, print. No, we don't need that. How far do you think you're into it?
Giant scorpions in the sewers. Real or fake? Unlikely. The tentacle monsters would have eaten them years ago. Anti-Hobart propaganda. Some things never change.
So,
when I came to Union City 10 years ago, this was very much the case. These days, I wasn't so sure.
I'm thinking the first one then, Beneath a Steel Sky, was when he first came to Union City.
I wondered if Graham self-medicated.
Are you thinking Graham's part of the resistance, which is why he was in trouble? Would that make sense? A few weeks and you should be done. Nice.
At least one person in the city appreciated a nice cup of coffee. I doubted Union City blend contained even an ounce of actual coffee beans. Personally, I preferred an open fire for cooking. Definitely an improvement on the food dispensers they used to have here. Union City Red.
Why are we being brought into this? That's the big thing.
Juice than wine.
Take a shower.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath.
Welcome back, Graham. Displaying your health chart now. It has been 2 weeks since your last checkup. You have lost weight.
Hey!
Congratulations. It has been noted that your height has increased. Adjusting records accordingly. Scanning for medical implants. Error. Implant missing.
Error.
Refreshing modification database. Please wait. Removing cardiac implant registration. registering Shriebman port as new implant.
The scanner had detected my Shriebman port, which allowed me to interact with Link, the city's old network. Since then, I'd pretty much forgotten about it.
Adjusting your health rating from C to A+.
Hey!
I was considerably fitter than Graham. That was good to know.
What devices do I have installed?
You possess a U-chip personal data implant in the perlicue of your right hand. It is functioning correctly. Your cardiac regulator implants have been marked as removed. Please return them to your nearest medical waste facility. You possess a
I love the fact that it's a 404ing.
connection port in the third cervical vertebrae. This hardware predates the Minos system and cannot be accessed at this terminal.
That's probably for the best.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Advice.
Do you have any advice for me?
A single can of Spankles contains more than your daily dietary requirements. Look for the clown. Drink Spankles. Keep a smile on your face.
Thanks.
You are welcome, Citizen Graham.
Do we think like Spankles are kind of like the drugs in the We Happy Few?
Of your physical parameters, a new uniform has been ordered and will arrive at your home shortly.
Hey.
Keep a smile on your face.
I was a lot healthier than Graham. In fact, I'd say Graham was downright unhealthy. I had made some headway, but I still needed to know about Graham's work and social standing. So Graham was a cleaning supervisor? I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away.
Right, so he was a janitor. Okay. Janitor for who? You know what we should do? Talk to the butler. Give here, Chipworth.
Hello there. Chipworth, wasn't it?
Master Graham, may I say, sir is looking even more fabulous than usual today.
Why, thank you.
Why does the butler look like Eddie Hitler?
Maybe. Does Master Graham look like he's lost weight?
Oh, yes, sir. And it would appear sir has gained some height as well. Bravo.
Tell me, Chipworth, who was that woman just now?
But that was sir's wife, Madame Songbird.
Yes, of course. My wife.
Is sir quite feeling himself?
It's fine. I've just been having a difficult few days.
How serendipitous that the well-being mentor is here then, is it not, sir?
Yes.
Who was that guy in here when I arrived?
Is sir referring to the gentleman currently probing your wife in the bedroom?
I guess I am.
That would be the Honorable Mentor Alonso, Senior Officer at the Ministry of Well-Being. I believe that he would like to see you next.
He would?
Mentor Alonso indicated that there were one or two anomalies in Master Graham's records. Public voting, kudos levels, employment, whereabouts within the city.
Just some minor things, then.
Consumption patterns, biosigns, indication of physical existence.
I think I get the picture.
But I'm sure there's a simple answer, Master Graham.
Chipworth, tell me everything you know about me.
Request respectfully declined, sir.
But aren't you my butler droid?
Yes, sir. I have been sir's butler for a very long time.
Then tell us.
Then why can't you tell me?
Yeah, probing his wife. Hang on.
Orders, sir.
Whose orders?
Your... nice try, sir. Almost had me.
Graham had made sure his droid wouldn't talk. I had to do my own investigating.
Bastards.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Please, can you open the windows, Chipworth?
I am sorry, sir, but the window controls are in Madame Songbird's room. I would not wish to disturb the mentor while he is with her. Her meeting is apparently of the highest priority.
I see. We shouldn't disturb her then.
Indeed, sir. However, if the air temperature is a concern, might sir consider dispensing with his coat?
It is rather warm.
And pungent, sir.
Right.
I need you to do something for me.
Just
The
say
cleaning
the
bit.
word, sir.
I'm going to try the cleaning part.
Please, can you tidy up the apartment, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
Okay.
Something told me the fire was not authentic.
What gives you that idea? Oh, come on. Right, thank you. Let's... Nothing in there. Okay, so there's nothing in the closet that we need to worry about. But we still need to find out where he worked. Hollow plimp. Examine the hollow plimp, you bal... No.
The device could display a custom hologram. It was probably controlled from a terminal nearby.
Okay. Done.
The pictures were all of Graham's wife. They were photochemical prints, taken using an old-style film camera. The retro technology had managed to blend songbirds seamlessly into the fake backgrounds. The photography was impressive, but the subject didn't look happy. The pictures in the apartment told a sad story.
Feels like a slapped
Plus
ass.
the romance that had soured with time. I knew about Graham's health, but I still needed to find out about his work and social standing. Perhaps I'd find more on his personal terminal. I needed to find out more information if I wanted to avoid getting caught out.
Right, so we have to go back to his personal terminal. We have to try and find our way into it.
You can tell a lot about a man from his shoes. In this case, that the man had no taste.
What I may have to do is try hacking the miner's terminal to get in.
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to look into.
Like, let us try. So the only thing it's going to do so that's going to do really nothing. Yeah, because it's not letting us move anything, you know. So how do I get into the fucking terminal? How do I hack you? Yeah, because that's still showing me there's an area. No worries, Michael, you lurk away, mate. Lurk away. In Chemicals Ministry uniform.
A uniform like the one Graham's wife wore. It was cut for someone much larger. I needed to find out who he worked for. If I slipped up, I'd be exposed right away. A security forces copter. I still had nightmares about those things. Twice I'd flown in them, and both times they'd crashed. I hoped I wouldn't have to risk it a third time.
Okay, any ideas, chat? Blackout curtain.
The blind blocked out all the light from outside.
Because he's taking photographs,
Looked
so of
like
course he
these
needs it as
photos
a...
were taken by the city walls. Looked like these photos were taken by the city walls.
book there.
Espionage during the Hobart Wars. Nice to see the propaganda was still around.
Okay. So we know he takes a lot of photographs, or he took a lot of photographs. So he must have come across something that the council wanted him dead for. Now the question is, how are we going to get into his terminal? Because there's going to be something in his emails then. There's going to be something in his emails. It says bathroom may hold some clues as well. So I think we've already checked everywhere in his bathroom. Because we did the medical stuff anyway, didn't we?
After 10 years in the Gap, I'd almost forgotten what a toilet looked like. There was a boot print. Curious. There was a boot print. Curious.
Climb.
Someone had stepped up onto the toilet seat. A box had been hidden outside the window. If I could get the window open, I'd be able to reach that box. If I could get the window open, I'd be able to reach that box.
That's what we need the wife for. So we need to get Thingy to open the windows, but he goes, "Oh, I can't because of my wife." Let's see what we can do by getting the butler to open the window. Chipworth, open the fucking window, you bastard.
Excuse me.
Good afternoon, sir.
Tell me about that woman.
A woman? Can sir possibly be referring to his good lady wife?
Humor me. For instance, her name would be...
Madame Songbird. Clearly, sir is not feeling quite himself today. Sir might recall he even forgot dear old Chipworth's name earlier.
Who?
Me, sir.
That interview.
This mentor. What will he ask me about?
The Ministry of Well-Being is always concerned, sir, with a citizen's well-being.
Well-being?
That's right, sir. A citizen's health and happiness, their relationships and social life. All of the
Welcome
utmost
back, dude.
importance to the Ministry. He might also inquire if sir needs any support in the workplace or similar.
Why exactly was I selected?
I believe sir's 2-week-long work, poll and social hiatus may have raised some concerns. Just be yourself, sir, and you will be fine.
Of course, because I am Graham Grundy. I need you to do something for me.
Open the
Just
window.
say the word, sir.
Please, can you open the windows, Chipworth?
As soon as Mentor Alonso has gone, sir.
Right. I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Please, can you water the plants, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
Right, okay, so we know there's something outside the window in the bathroom. Okay, so research in the city. So that'd be a guide then, because we know he was an employee even a month. We know he was a cleaner.
The council was made up of 5 ministries. Each ministry had their own logo and distinctive color scheme. From the color of his uniform, it was clear that Graham worked for the Ministry of Comfort. I knew quite a bit about Graham's work and health, but I figured I could learn more if I found his kudos records.
Comfort Ministry.
I couldn't access Graham's messages. I added that to my list of things to
So,
look into.
we know he's Ministry of Comfort because that's the thing, isn't it? Saw that. Hollow plimp. Right, so the Ministry of Comfort bit we know. Everything official will be kept online. So it would be in the city life, surely. I wanted to see where. Surely it'll show up in this bit, right? Okay, this week you can treat yourself to a new, fully articulated... Right, so we know, because he has a butler, the different citizens at the very highest kudos levels. So surely that helps. Kudos history button. Right, okay, to see his... So why am I not seeing that in his terminal? Or is it something I'm just not seeing because I'm stupid? Yeah, because it's up there.
A chart showing that Graham's kudos score had recently dropped. I wondered what had caused such a sharp decline.
His heart
I had
monitor.
learned all I was going to from Graham's apartment. I hoped it would be enough.
But we changed that in the bathroom to A+. Because he had the heart monitor bit.
Excuse me, please.
If I was going to convince the mentor, I had to be sure I knew enough about Graham. I couldn't keep them waiting any longer. From that point on, I had to be Graham Grundy, cleaning supervisor.
Darling, I thought you were going to freshen up.
I was, but I missed the sweet sound of your voice.
Oh, Graham, always the romantic. But please don't kiss me until you've showered.
Wouldn't dream of it. Besides, I couldn't let Alfonso hear.
Alonso?
Monopolize my lovely wife for a moment longer.
In which case, shall we begin?
Of course. Shall we take a seat in the lounge? It was now or never.
Okay, chat, you're going to have to help me on this one.
So, Mr. Grundy.
Mentor Alonso, what would you like to know?
Ah, well, straight to the point. I like that. As I was explaining to your dear wife earlier, there have been some issues with your activity records of late.
Issues? What do you mean?
Mr. Grundy, a word to the wise. This will be much smoother if you leave the questions to me. Now, whilst your records load, remind me, in which ministry are you employed?
Comfort.
Comfort. I'm a cleaning supervisor.
Yes, of course. Ah, here we go. Graham Grundy, 42, cleaning supervisor with the Ministry of Comfort. Cleaning supervisors require Class C exertive activity certification. I trust that your health rating is sufficient.
I did drop down a bit, but I'm back to Class A+ now.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. So, with that in mind, I will mark you as fit for work, barring any other issues. Now, obviously, your kudos level will have fluctuated due to your absence. You're a C+ right now. I note you used to be much higher.
It isn't easy to keep up an A rating.
A? I had you as B.
Indeed, but it is Aspiration Day.
Yes, of course. Clever. Well, that is all I need to check off. But I'd be remiss if I didn't offer you all the extra support and guidance that you need.
Mentor?
When someone goes off-grid, there's usually some underlying trouble. And as a mentor, I like to think of myself as a bit of a troubleshooter.
Of course. I appreciate the concern.
So, let's get to the bottom of all this confusion. Dig a bit deeper, eh?
Deeper? Yes, right. By all means, Mentor.
Tell me about your workplace. I trust there are no issues.
Gymnasium. Oh, train depot.
The land train facility. It's a fine place to work.
I'm sure it is. Department of Land Trains.
She was doing the train bit. Woo woo. Chug.
Oh, yes. Couldn't be happier.
We are, of course, very grateful for your service, Mr. Grundy. But there we come to the crux of the matter. Your absence. 15 days is a long time. This is, of course, why my ministry has become involved in your case. We have been concerned for your well-being.
I'm fine. Better than ever, in fact.
Excellent. Now, speaking of your health, I note you had some surgery last year.
How?
Tell me about your implants. Are they working effectively?
You mean my heart regulators? Nothing to worry about. As you can see, the beat goes on.
Yes. Well, I must say you're in remarkable shape considering your medical history. Of course, your mental well-being is just as important to us. How are you getting on with your rather peculiar hobbies?
You mean my photography?
I do, yes.
You can't beat the feeling of an old-time film camera.
I can imagine. You have an eye for composition. Although I don't understand your interest in using such archaic technology. Choosing to fiddle with knobs rather than
Beg your pardon.
ministry-recommended filters, stabilization, automatic archive, and data retrieval, all courtesy of Minos. If we can't see what you create, how can we share in your interests?
What can I say? I like a challenge.
I'm sure you do, Graham. Ah, well. I have a busy day of appointments, so sadly we must conclude our little chat there.
He was going to say
It's been a
mine.
pleasure, Mentor.
But he took a load of photographs. It's in his room.
So with that in mind, perhaps you can tell me where you've been for the last 2 weeks.
What? Right. Yes, where have I been the last 2 weeks?
Well?
Okay, so the last 2 weeks, I was working at the land train facility, of course. Cleaning. I'm a cleaning supervisor. And while I was cleaning, I must have bumped my head. The next thing I knew, I was in the middle of nowhere, still on the train. 2 weeks later, the train returned to the city. Cleaner than it's ever been, I might add.
My poor darling! How awful! What a dreadful thing to happen!
I believe I have all the answers I need from you.
Well, that's a relief.
I'm sure it is, Mr. Grundy.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
Just a teeny tiny thing before I go. There appears to be 1 or 2 anomalous results here.
Anomalous? That doesn't sound good.
It may be nothing. But here's the thing. I get strange readings when I scan your U-chip. Any idea why?
Maybe it got damaged when I fell.
Ah, yes. Of course. That's probably it. You see, the only other time I've seen anything like this is when a U-chip has been tampered with. No one would have done that now, would they?
Tampered with? I didn't even know that you could do that.
Graham's a supervisor, not a subversive mentor.
Yes, a supervisor, not a subversive.
Damaged when he fell. Request analysis. There. Perfect. I have everything I need.
Great. Chipbot will show you out.
Chipworth, darling?
Just my little joke. Chipworth.
Good day, Mr. and Mrs. Grundy.
I don't know who you are or what you've done with Graham, but I think we got away with that.
I hope so. I don't think that we would get away with it a second time.
Nor do I. If there is anything wrong with Graham's U-chip, you would better sort it out sharpish before Alonso's analysis comes back.
Who even are you? Where's Graham? Are you that contact he kept ranting about?
Whatever Graham had been up to, it had gotten him killed. I had to come clean with his wife. There's no easy way to say this, but I'm afraid Graham is dead.
What? How? Where?
I found him. In the Gap.
The Gap? What was the idiot doing in the Gap? Was that where he was always sneaking off to? Ugh.
A child, Milo, was abducted from a village out there and brought into Union City. And I think Graham was somehow connected.
Sure, and pigs fly. Listen, stranger. I'm sure you can understand this has been a rather harrowing day.
This is all too much for me right now.
Tell me about it.
So, I'm gonna do some damage control on social media. In the meantime, I guess that officially it is your home, so you can stay, but this is my bedroom, and that one is yours. No cute ideas.
Understood. Songbird seemed rattled by the news. Not surprising. But whoever this contact of Graham's was, I suspected they were the key to finding Milo.
Right. How her accent really changed. Right, you, Chipworth, talk.
Hello, Chipworth.
Hello, Master Graham.
What's this about a celebration tonight?
The
Yeah, she's carrying Facebook.
Madam Songbird is so looking forward to it. It has populated approximately 83% of our conversations. In fact, any time someone spoke of it, your heart rate would elevate and you would perspire, sir. Heavily.
Is that why Graham left?
Is Sir referring to himself? Or a friend, also named Graham?
Do I have any friends?
None, sir.
I have none.
I need you to do something for me.
Just say the word, sir.
Please, can you open the windows, Chipworth?
Very good, sir.
Right, if you open the window. If you've opened the windows, then we can go and do this.
mentor, Alonzo, seemed to be arguing with someone.
I need that box.
The mentor, Alonzo, seemed to be arguing with someone. The plants needed watering badly. Here you go. Whatever was in the box, Graham had clearly not wanted anyone to find it. Inside was a small glass lens. It had deep cuts scored across its surface. But that wasn't all. Tucked beneath was a photograph. A picture of a stalker. A child's face pressed against the window. Suddenly I realized that it wasn't just Milo. It was clear that multiple children were being taken into the city, and somehow Graham was connected to it.
Maybe Graham was investigating why. So now we need to find out. I think first of all, let's take a shower if we can.
Tempting, but I'd already had my monthly bath.
Right, let's see if we can talk to her.
In Union City, even the teddy bears had screens. This one was broken. I poked at it, but I couldn't get it to turn on.
I think that's what he said about his wife.
Jasmine. A Detective Culls. Someone liked their murder mysteries. A collection of toy animals were lined up in little baskets. One was missing.
Ew. Now we have to find out how we're going to get into the thingy.
Songbird, I'm sorry.
For what?
That your husband is dead.
Hey, win some, lose some.
That's pretty harsh.
Look, stranger. You told me your secret, so I'll tell you mine. Last few years, Graham gave up trying to be anything other than the dullard he really was. If it weren't for the kudos for being married, I'd have dumped him months ago. You're new here, so a word of advice? You want to win in Union City? Learn the rules and play the game.
My name's Foster, by the way. Robert Foster.
Songbird.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Graham?
Not much. He was a loner whose only friends were idiots like him.
Right,
Who's this contact you mentioned?
Bad news, as far as my kudos level is concerned.
What do you mean?
Graham was always rambling on about this hacker friend of his.
Ember.
Daft name. Leet, I think.
Leet.
Any idea where I could find Leet?
Probably somewhere up top, with the other degenerates. If I were you, I'd stay away.
Are you a collector?
What?
Toys. You have quite the collection.
Oh, yes. The whole set of cuddly kitties. Even the limited edition Mama Bear from 5 years back. Well, I did have the whole set, at least.
Did something happen?
Bartleby went missing, that's what. I asked Graham about it and he denied all knowledge. Then, when I tried to use the Mama Bear tracker to find dear Bartleby, he threw her across the room.
Clumsy.
Clumsy? Those bears were my engagement gift. He hid Bartleby just to spite me.
Graham had taken Songbird's toy Bilby, but I couldn't figure out what he'd have wanted with it. Wherever he'd gone, Graham clearly didn't want to be tracked.
Okay.
What's a mama bear tracker?
What do you think? It tracks her babies.
Her babies?
The cuddly kiddies. Most toys in Union City are tracker enabled. Lost toys mean screaming babies. Unless you got a tracker.
Mind if I have a look at the tracker?
Go ahead, though the screen is broken. Squeeze the left ear to turn it on.
Right, okay, so did that.
Could Graham have had anything to do with kidnapping?
For both our sakes, I hope not.
Tell me more about Graham.
Why do you want to know?
I think he might have been involved in something.
What do you mean?
I came to Union City from the Gap because I was investigating a mysterious...
Oh, for Joey's sake, not you too. Blah, blah, conspiracy, blah, blah, giant dog. Graham was the perfect husband until he started getting crazy ideas. Why couldn't he just have an affair like a normal person?
Can I ask you about some missing children?
I'd rather you didn't.
What does Bartleby Bilby look like?
Bartleby is a bilby. Adorable, long ears. Like a bandicoot and a rabbit all rolled into one. At least he was, before he went missing.
Did Leet believe in Graham's conspiracies?
Believe? Pretty sure he's where Graham got him from. Bad influence all round.
What were you saying about kudos?
I want to get into his thingy.
Let's just say I'm new here.
Okay, newbie. Here's how it works in Union.
His emails.
Be a good example, stay happy, and you get kudos.
Which you spend?
Well, kinda, but not really. The higher your kudos level, the lower you are in the city. Simple.
So kudos is bad?
Aren't you listening? Lower. Lower is better.
Okay.
Graham was a conspiracy theorist?
Always was. But before he went missing, he really changed. He became secretive. He used to close the terminal whenever I came into the room.
That's not that strange.
And he started spending a lot of time in the bathroom. And then he just disappeared.
Okay, that's the weird bit. What's with the Alonso guy?
Guy? I believe you're referring to Mentor Alonso from the Ministry of Well-Being. He's a high-ranking official. And we've just lied straight to his face.
Quite the team, huh?
If he knew what's really going on, I dread to think how far my kudos would plummet.
And what about me?
Arrested, deported, I don't know, not important.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah,
It
bye.
looked like Graham had taken Bartleby and didn't want it tracked. I had a hunch that he had taken it to Leet, but had no idea why.
Right, so we have that. Can I use the hack... Ooh, wardrobe first.
I didn't think Songbird would appreciate me rummaging through her things. The device was now on, but with the screen broken, I'd need to find another way to get at the data. I wondered why Graham had taken a children's toy.
Hello there. I'm Mama Bear.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
Hi.
Mama Bear looks after all the cuddly kitties. Are you looking for one of my children?
I'm looking for Bartleby Bilby.
Don't worry, child. Look at my tummy to find your missing friend.
But I'm seeing nothing there, so let me try. Hack you. Okay, damn it. So I can't move it into those. So where can I move it to then? Oh, right, okay. Hang on, hang on. There we go, apply.
The pictures were all of Graham's wife.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Showing the toy's tracking data. All I needed to do was locate the area code E1594. Find the tracker. Find Leet.
E1594, okay.
Excuse me, Songbird?
Hey, stranger.
Any idea where the area code E1594 refers to?
E1594? What would I know about an old area code?
Old?
The monopod system has taken care of transport for years.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
I wonder if that's the code for... We'll check Chipworth, then we'll check the terminal again, and then we'll try the monopod.
Do you know what E1594 might refer to?
It's a city area code, referring to a few city blocks, I would imagine.
Which part of the city exactly, though?
Sir is confusing me with an android that gets out and about.
You make it sound like you're a prisoner here.
Sir's words, not mine. I suggest Master Graham seeks out a map.
Chipworth knew very little about the geography of the city. I'd need to find a map if I was to make headway.
Okay.
Goodbye, Chipworth.
Have a very special day, sir.
Well, we are making some sort of progress. Just, not much. Let's... Aha. There should be a new one come through then. Okay, preparation on the screen. Yep. Plenty done that. Updated to reflect your improved health. Keep up the good work, you're doing well. New uniform, right, okay. Now can we get in here
Couldn't
yet?
access Graham's messages.
So...
Add it to my list of things to look into.
Still can't get into that. Right. Well, I think we need to find a terminal, don't we? We need to find a terminal.
Water tank depleted.
Oh, a dapper butler.
Excuse me.
Ah, Master Grundy. What joy to see Sir again after all this time. The poet laureate Reginald Arthur Schnipple Esquire sends his regards and/or condolences as appropriate.
How nice of you, Reginald.
Correction, sir. If one may be so bold, Mr. Schnipple is of course Sir's human neighbour. How Sir might mistake yours truly, Tarquin, for our beloved poet laureate is beyond imagining.
Tarquin.
Who are you again?
Tarquin, Fidelis Mark II domestic savant, at your service.
So you're a servant?
Savant, please. I am a highly engineered personal aid.
Do you work in these apartments?
Of course, Master Grundy. Sir and I have been neighbors for 147 days and 11 hours.
Okay.
I'm Graham Grundy.
Of course, sir.
So we've met before?
Of course, sir.
When's the last time you saw me?
Master Grundy, one is sure one doesn't need to remind Sir that one works with Sir's neighbor.
One would need one to remind one.
Ah, does Sir mean Sir would need one to remind Sir, or one would need Sir to remind one?
One is not sure anymore. You have a real way with words.
Aha, Sir is referring to one's grammatical prowess, no?
Yes.
Sir is too kind. And yet, if only one could translate grammatical prowess into poetic inspiration.
What do you think about the graffiti?
As an artiste, I find any medium a valid form of expression. Of course, the vandalism does somewhat detract from the piece.
Have you heard any reports of missing children?
Why, no, Master Graham. If anyone went missing, I'm sure AI Officer Greta would find their U-chips.
What if they were from outside the city?
Well, surely AI Officer Greta would find them by their newly implanted U-chips.
Fair enough.
For all his poetry, Tarquin was still a Union City droid.
Any idea where I might find a place called E1594?
That sounds like an area code, and not one I would venture into.
How so?
It would be extremely inappropriate for a gentleman to visit Sector E.
See you later, Tarquin.
Will I?
Sounds like a very adult area, maybe, or a rough
just a
one.
phrase.
Shall we schedule in another meeting?
I don't think that's necessary.
Such ambiguity. A tortured soul. Alas, I am inspired.
Dear me, a terrible situation. Very troubling indeed.
Mentor, given your experience, your input here would be greatly appreciated.
Orana, isn't it? You strike me as a fine young officer of the Ministry of Well-Being. Would you say that's an accurate description?
I'm flattered, sir.
Your record is exemplary, I believe.
I do my best, sir.
I'm sure you do. So please, don't let me down. Fix this mess.
Mess? You mean the girl?
The whole untidy situation.
Yes, sir.
Girl. Keep a smile on your face. After all, it's Aspiration Day, isn't it? The happiest day of the year.
I'll take care of it, sir.
I know you will. By the way, A call to pest control wouldn't go amiss.
Of course, sir.
Meanwhile, I shall isolate this area until this unfortunate incident has been resolved.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your advice.
We're all here to learn from each other. Take care now.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
Miss? Pardon me, miss? Who, me? Hey! You can see forever up here! You know, be free! Miss, you have to be careful. Careful or careless? I know which one I want to be.
Why don't you come down, yes? Miss Dijon, is that right? Raquel Dijon.
Yeah! That's... me. I think...
Raquel!
Raquel? Did you say Raquel?
You need to come down.
Oh, I think she's about to.
Where am I? Oh no! Help! Help!
Hearing her name had triggered a total change in the girl's behavior. I needed to find a way to get her down before she fell. From that height, the girl wouldn't fare much better than the can.
Where do we get it?
This particular spot seemed popular with the local birds.
So we need to find something to stop her from falling.
Hello again.
Good day, Master Grundy.
What should we do about that girl?
We should inform the Ministry of Well-Being.
They're right there.
The ministry is already here.
How very efficient! The missive was
The guy's voice in the Ministry of Well-Being, mate.
So you like the graffiti?
I said it was a valid form of expression, albeit not on a par with, say, the literary arts. But as art goes, it's not too abhorrent.
Bye for now.
Before you depart, may I use you as a sort of muse?
Depends. Are you writing a romance?
I had something of a tragedy in mind.
I'd rather you didn't.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me?
Sir?
What's going on?
Just a citizen in trouble, all under control.
Why is the monopod locked down?
To keep people happy, sir.
Stop.
How?
Well, this situation has the potential to be unpleasant. So we keep the situation contained until it can be resolved.
But I'd really like to go somewhere.
A little patience, sir, would be appreciated.
Anything I can do to help?
No need, sir. All under control.
Really? Why is she up there?
I don't know. I'm not sure she does either.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks.
Yeah, standing around isn't helping the situation, is it? So, what we're going to have to do...
It was a hand scanner.
Right, so we can't do that. That was fucking pointless. So we need to find a way to stop her falling.
Are you okay?
No! I don't know how I got up here!
Raquel! Raquel Dijon! Don't panic! I'm from the Ministry of Well-Being.
How can we help?
Nothing to see here, sir. I suggest you go back inside and enjoy some screen-based entertainment.
Excuse me? I'd like to make a complaint.
Please, both of you. I'm a welfare officer. I know how to deal with this kind of problem. I just need to check the negotiation protocol.
Well, thank goodness the Ministry is on this. It's all very distracting.
Can you see any way down from there?
No!
Okay, we'll see what we can do from here. What's your name?
Her name is Raquel. Now, would you please?
Raquel? Oh, but of course, that makes far more sense. She told me her name was Rat Girl. But it would appear her grotesque moniker signifies little more than a deplorable deficiency of elocutionary attainment. Rat Girl, indeed.
Please, gentlemen, now is not the time.
How did you get up there?
I don't know! Please! I'm frightened!
She climbed the outside of the building. Astounding agility, by the way. Most
Then we call her Rat Girl.
I don't remember!
Bravo, miss!
Sit tight. We'll soon have you down.
What are you painting?
Sir, please, you're not helping.
What? I didn't... I don't know!
Her work is rather inspired, don't you think? I do believe art may be her calling.
Please, both of you.
Help me!
Anyone got any ideas?
Yes, I do. I have an idea.
Go on.
Never use a simile when a metaphor suggests
Yes. Yeah, that's
I'm
handy.
composing an Aspiration Day poem, but my lexiconic cupboard is bare, so to speak. Hence the requirement for...
Wait, is this idea about your poem?
Well, yes. You asked if anyone had an idea. You were not specific to the context.
Don't worry, we'll get you down safely.
And soon. One hopes.
Right, okay. Because useless people are being useless.
Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence.
Right, is she out there?
The blind blocked out all the light from outside.
Because if she's out there, why don't you just pull that the blind up? Oh, get that window open and then get her out there. Oh no, she's a level up, she must be. Maybe use the droid den that I saw around here.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
Commencing spray. Please stand.
The seal had been vandalized. Poor Joey.
There's nothing there. So we need to find a way up because there's a route obviously around here.
This particular spot seemed popular with the local birds.
But I can't like climb over anything. That's the freaking... Can I hack the pod?
I had a lead. A map reference. E1594. Graham had put a tracker there. Maybe it was the key to finding his hacker friend, Leet.
We did the sprinkler control, so that's different. water boy. You change water level. Yep. Okay, let's try that.
With no hand scanners, I figured they were intended for droids. Someone had spilled paint on the floor. Looked like someone planned on doing some painting. The holdall was stained with paint.
Open the bag?
The holdall was stained with paint.
Is that, come on, my guy? Because that's where her bag was. Because that's that chain doing the exterior then. Apartment door, can't do that.
Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence.
So I've changed the sprinkler bit. Oh, okay.
Apologies, Citizen Graham. This is not your residence.
Right, so there's nothing in here to get her down. They've started using the sprinkler systems outside.
Water refill complete.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
So why can't we use it to go up to there to bring her down?
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Raquel,
Help! Please!
can you see any way down from there?
No! And everything's wet now thanks to that robot.
Hold on. We'll work something out. Think you can get on the robot when it passes?
I could try. But what if...
We'll catch you. You can do it.
I rather doubt she can.
Can't you try and be more encouraging?
You have a reasonably good eye for aesthetics.
Thank you?
Now, grab on tight. We'll be right underneath you.
You'll be fine.
Human grip strength is famously reliable. Only in short bursts.
Okay, here goes.
Commencing refill. Water refill complete.
Come on, droid.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Wait, why didn't she grab on?
Commencing refill.
The cleaning robot was clearly designed to carry heavy water tanks.
Help me!
Water refill complete.
Excuse me.
Sir?
What's going on?
Just a citizen in trouble, all under control.
Yeah, okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thanks.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Well, she's not grabbing on, is she?
Commencing refill.
I said, you know, she cleaning grab on to try.
Water refill complete.
Oh, I see. Right.
Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted. Commencing refill.
Right. There we go. Apply.
Water refill complete. Commencing spray. Please stand back. Water tank depleted.
Okay, I changed that.
Commencing refill.
Yeah, the water refill. Okay. Yeah. So it is done. Yeah. Yeah, refill to level 0. So that must be it now.
Water refill complete.
If we get her down, that should be us in terms of the stream today.
How do you feel, Raquel? Are you okay?
I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that's all sorted. Shall I call a pod for her?
I've got it from here, thank you. Raquel, what were you even doing up there?
I don't know. I don't really remember anything.
Water refill.
The girl looked glad to be back on solid ground. Excuse me.
Mr. Grundy. Oh, Mr. Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Bravo, Mr. Grundy. Your actions in this situation were sublime. albeit unconventional. The local noise levels have already returned to normal, and the building will soon sparkle again.
I'm more concerned about the girl. Is she gonna be okay?
Yes, blah blah blah, and all that. Officer, wouldn't you say that Mr. Grundy's actions today warrant a kudos boost?
Of course. Thank you for the suggestion.
Tarquin, miss.
Tarquin, would you shut up?
Arana Newblood.
Yeah, like the guy said. Graham Grundy.
Mr. Grundy?
Raquel. Is she always like that?
What do you mean?
Well, I met her earlier, and she seemed like a totally different person.
She's been through a big ordeal. Nothing that a trip to the reflection spa won't sort out.
So, do you work here?
I'm an officer for the Ministry of Well-Being.
You often have to talk girls off high ledges?
My first one.
You did a good job.
Thanks.
Yeah, so great.
What is the reflection spa?
What is the... Are you feeling okay, Graham? Everyone this side of the industrial level has heard of reflections.
Oh, you mean that reflection spa. It's been a long day.
Next, you'll be asking me to tell you about this Joey guy.
No, I'm familiar. I'm on the trail of a missing kid called Milo. I think he's somewhere in Union City.
That shouldn't be difficult. Any Greta terminal will be able to find him via U-chip.
No, that won't help. He was brought here from the Gap.
That's not possible.
I assure you.
Where did you say you worked, Mr. Grundy?
That'd be the Ministry of Comfort.
I suggest you concentrate on your work and leave well-being issues to the appropriate ministry.
Does the location E1594 mean anything to you?
Well, E1594? That's just an area code based on the old map system. Totally obsolete. That system hasn't been used for years.
E1594 was an obsolete code. There had to be a way of finding that location. Will she be in trouble for the graffiti?
Well, no real harm done. The droid will clean it up, eventually. That said, her kudos rating will take a hit.
All because she defaced Joey?
People loved Joey, and what he did for us.
Joey was my friend. We did so much together.
Well, he might be gone, but he's not forgotten. You can find out about our savior at the Museum of New History.
You mentioned I could find out about Joey in a museum?
Yes. The Museum of New History has exhibits about how he transformed the city. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to learn about him and his legacy.
A museum dedicated to Joey? He'd be proud of that for sure.
Well, it's not all Joey. They have a special exhibit about the previous administration.
That may be where we'll find the E1594.
My advice, though, is to avoid dwelling on the past. Anyway, taking in some culture is good for you. Find it at the piazza if you get the chance.
How is the girl doing?
She'll be fine. This sort of trauma is best handled at the reflection spa.
I guess I should get going.
Yeah, well, thanks for your help.
I suppose
I should thank you too.
No problem. You take care.
You too, Mr. Grundy. If you need any well-being support, just ask for me at Agrita Terminal. Arana Newblood. Come on, Raquel. Let's get you to the spa. You'll be feeling better in no time. No need to worry, Raquel. You're safe now. Happy faces all round, right? In fact, this calls for a celebration. It is Aspiration Day after all.
Oh, goodness. Is it?
All day. And you know what would be the best end to a day like this? A trip to the reflection spa. I'll pull a string or two, and we'll get you straight to the front of the line.
that does not sound good.
Excuse me, Songbird?
Hello, husband?
That's all for now.
Yeah, bye.
Okay. So we'll move from here.
Pod has been requested. Please wait for embarkation.
We'll get to the new area part, and then that's where we'll call it for the day. Yeah, it just really is, isn't it?
Welcome, Citizen Graham.
Where would you like to go?
The
Lards
piazza.
is the place for me.
It would be my pleasure, Citizen Graham.
Take me to the piazza. Let's find E1594 in probably the museum where Joey is worshipped because he wasn't a bore. And there we go. Let's turn Robert Foster around so he can look at us that way. And there we go then. We're going to save the game. And we're going to call it there. So, coming up for the rest of this week, Tuesday, we got some more of Doom, where we may finish the first Doom and begin Doom. And then we'll be on to some more of Daikatana on Friday. It won't be Thursday this week. No. And then next Sunday I won't be on the podcast because of obviously doing the streams from 9 to 11. But, sorry, I'm yawning and stretching at the same time here. If you can donate to the charity, please do. Motor neuron disease is a horrific thing. And a gentleman recently lost his battle against it. A man by the name of Rob Burrow, who was a former rugby player. And then it absolutely devastated him and his family. So if you can help out on things like that against, against a horrific disease, then please do. The link is in the chat now. Let us get some money raised for him. I honestly don't think we're going to be doing as much as I have thought of in the past in terms of charities. But let's do what we can. And if I complete games during those 9 hours streams, I'll be donating as well. So for now, it is goodbye. And I shall catch you on Tuesday. Have a good one. If you're watching the Xbox stream later on, let's hope we enjoy it because so far, not been great. Yeah, it was devastating news for them. And also Wednesday night, don't forget cancer research for Yorkshire. Tracker 57 is doing a charity event of blockbusters on Tracker 57. Come watch that. I'll be involved. JW will be involved. Lou Brush will be involved. And Juberella will be involved as well. So for now, it is goodbye. Goodbye.